All right, welcome back. So it looks as though the trans brake solenoid has gone out on this thing. Started blowing the inline fuse after the solid state relay. Went through multiple fuses, checked it out. Looks like it's shorting the ground for some reason. And now when I put a circuit breaker in there, the circuit breaker pops. And if I hold down the circuit breaker to prevent it from popping for just a second to engage the brake, the solenoid's not even clicking anymore. Which sucks is this thing I've only used it like 7 times. So we're gonna get underneath there. It's 1 volt, and hopefully just swap it out, wiring the new one, and we should be able to be back on the road again. So, but you know, every mechanic 1 bolt away from stripping it and being a 8-day job. So let's see how it goes. All right, so I don't know if you can hear me with the heater going, but right now I'm gonna go ahead and solder the wires to the new solenoid for the transmission trans brake. And I'll explain to you earlier why this is all I've got. This is the further I've gotten once this heater shuts off. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this soldered in. I'm gonna go ahead and turn the camera around so y'all can see how I'm gonna go ahead and do it. I don't know if the lighting's good, but as you can see, we went ahead and heat shrunk everything. Everything's soldered down. The way I like to do it is I'll solder it like this. Then I'll leave these wires long. When I run it into the cab of the car from the transmission, when I run it up in there, then I'll put a quick disconnect, a quick disconnect at the solid state relay on the hot side. Then I'll tap into a ground that I can easily, a chassis ground is usually what I use. And that way, if I have to pull the transmission out, I'm not having to cut the wires and resolder everything again. Everything is just gonna be a quick unhook, because we all know we have pull motors and trannies all the time. So that's why I wanna make that's how I do mine, make it easy to unhook at all times. All right. The other reason why I didn't get this done, now I shut the heater off, is if you can see right behind me here, golf cart. So a buddy of mine I work with, he's like, hey, he didn't have a place to store it. I was like, all right, cool, man. Just bring it out to the shop. We'll hang out with it there, until Christmas, because, let's see if I can turn this camera around. He bought his kids a golf cart for Christmas. Now, there ain't nothing wrong with it. Runs just fine, gas golf cart. But, he got some nice wheels and a little lift on it. But he needs some help. He's like, hey, I need to put a steering wheel on it. So he got a fancy little race steering wheel. We slapped that on there. And then he decided, he's like, well, heck, I'm going to go ahead and get one of these awful blinding lights. So we wired that in tonight. They had a switch on it already for a previous light, and So myself, I'm thinking, oh yeah, I'll just use the old switch that not tied into anything. Well, there's a reason it was broken, so we had to put a new switch in it. But yeah, this is gonna blind people's. The other thing is, let me get a light. Now he wants to put. I've mounted all the lights. I got 2 on each side here, 1 underneath there in front of the chassis, 2 on the other side, and we got 1 in the back of the chassis. But basically, we have, let me see if I can get the camera to do this. Each one of these 2 screws is a neon light. We started wiring that up, but he had to go home because go check on his kiddos. So basically, it'll have neon blue lighting all underneath it. He'll be over here tomorrow after we get off work, and we'll get that knocked out, and I'll show you some pictures of that. So before he comes over tomorrow, excuse me, I'll get that my car knocked out, hopefully. Make sure this solenoid is the problem on the trans brake. But other than that, I got to work tomorrow, so it is 11:30, and what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to call it night, go in there, get a shower. I ain't got nothing going on tomorrow after work except for mess with the car, little Yardbird, and then we'll mess with this golf cart. But other than that, this will be a 2-day video, but I'll get this solenoid thing taken care of, and we'll go from there. All right, so get ready to pull out this solenoid here. Looks like we just got to pull that bolt out, pull out that retainer, move it to the side, and then we'll be able to go ahead and pull out this solenoid that's not functioning correctly. I'm going to go ahead and get started on that. And then I already pre-wired the wires already, so all I got to do is run them up through the hole in the floor for the shift cable. So I'll be right back. All right, moment of truth. Got the new solenoid wired in. We're about to see what's going to happen. Instructions called for a 15 amp fuse. We were running a 20, so if the same problem occurs, I was blowing a 30 amp fuse before, so I'm not too worried about that. I know it's 5 amps over, but hey, it's what I have available. Sorry, it got dark here, so we'll go ahead and turn the kill switch on. Apparently left the key on, so pump's already running. And let's see, I'm gonna turn the camera around and zoom in over there at the fuse right there. We're gonna see what happens. All right. And here we go, button. All right, we're working. There's the bump box. Oh, dang. So it was a solenoid the whole time. We tested it and we thought that's what it was. So that's a huge relief on me because, in all honesty, that solenoid has only been used like 7 times. So just so happens I got lucky at dig or die that it didn't roll me through the beams, or not roll through the beams, but roll the line. We staged. So at this point, we'll look underneath there and see if we have any leaks. Well, we don't have any leaks. When I took it out, I lost probably about shot glass full of fluid. So I'll check that once I get the car warmed up. But it's a little late. It's 9:15. I don't want the neighbors to complain, even though there's no HOA. So basically, all I did, I take the same wire, ran it off there, brought it up here, and soldered it in again. That's going to run over here to right here, which goes into my solid state relay. Then I took my ground and ran it over here to, if you can see it, there's a chassis ground right there. Put it there. Everything's wired the same as it was and still looks as ratty as it did because I haven't cleaned it up, because I didn't want to have to take it all back down once I cleaned it up if I had a bigger issue. So that being said, hey, even though it was a new solenoid, still had an issue with it, and we got lucky. But maybe I'll try to send this brand new one back and see what they say. But on other good news tonight, we finished up the L golf cart. See, with our ever blinding headlight. I'm gonna turn down these lights a little bit. Let's see. Heck, I'll turn them all down since that one's on. And then Christmas present for the kids. They got blue lights. Let me see, I'll turn on the other light. All the way around this bad boy. That's what we finished up today. So, hey, maybe I need to be one of my buddy's kids because, heck, I want a golf cart for Christmas. But that's been our project. Working on that. Got that done today. Finished up the solenoid on this. And went and had dinner and come back out and knocked out this. So, hey, other than that, it was a pretty decent day. Everything seemed to work for us. And I guess I'll be delivering this to the kids on Christmas. Or Christmas Eve. It'd be like a little mini Santa. I got to show up with a trailer in this thing. So, hey, but if y'all have any questions about how I tested this, let me know. I just basically I found out it was shorted out to ground, and it was. If you have any questions, just message me or I'll walk you through it. Message me on email or through here, email, messenger, whatever. I'll help you out best I can because this kind of stumped me for a minute because it was brand new. So just because your parts are brand new doesn't mean they're correct or functioning the way they should. Other than that, hey, appreciate you watching. Comment, like, subscribe. Thanks.